The critical question that this debate is going to address is how to get more from less money.
We have a budget for the next 7 years that is lower than the previous one, but nonetheless, this gives predictability for the next 7 years, and some of the innovations that are there will allow to spend better and more effectively the budget that is available to the European Union.
What we have to do now, having agreed on the multi-annual budget of the European Union, is to see how we can achieve more with less money. We have some changes in the program, some rebalancing in the different priorities of the budget, but we need to know how efficiently we are going to be able to spend every single euro, and try to bring some arguments to the skeptics that the European budget matters, and this is one which is doing what national budgets cannot do, and this is investments.
At times the accountability of EU spending is oppressive. There are so many procedures that have to be followed that sometimes it gets in the way of effective spending, and that distinction between accountable spending and effective spending is an important one to make. There's a new approach coming out to how best to evaluate good spending. It's not just a question of getting value for money, it's also a question of, is it doing the right things? Are we meeting the right needs that have been articulated? And this is an approach to evaluation which I think the European Parliament and others need to take on board.
I think every time we are talking about public spending, we don't associate directly with efficiency. So I think it's even more dramatic when you are talking about the EU. Is EU spending efficient? Of course it is. It is in that way that the volume of funds that are available are quite ridiculously small if you compare it to any member state. And at the end of the day, with what we have, we are just doing quite an impressive lot of achievement.
It's always possible to be more efficient. I think that at this stage the European budget is quite an efficient tool. Compared to many national budgets, indeed the transparency, the efficiency is much higher. We still have to look for some reserves, and we still have to look for the possibilities that the European Union has. That's a magic quality to generate additional investments. So every European euro should trigger the investment of several euros from national or from private sources.
We have to think that 1 + 1 is 2, but with a European added value is 1 + 1 = 3 or even more. So it's not that the member states alone adding their efforts can make the difference. It's really when the EU extra leverage coming from the financing will bring to the member states that will make the difference. So this is definitively a major challenge, and we are on the right way to go for it.